So even if you didn't before, you now know Rasmea's story. It is the story of Palestine. She is a refugee of the Nakba, a refugee again of the 1967 Naksa, a victim of home demolition and collective punishment, one of the most prominent former Palestinian political prisoners in our history, the first Palestinian woman to ever testify about Israeli sexual assault and torture at the United Nations, an extremely educated woman with a law degree from Palestine and a master's in criminal justice from the United States. A 70-year-old community organizer who still knocks on doors, leaflets in front of shopping malls, and attends a dozen meetings a week. A brilliant political analyst who understands and teaches us about all struggles in the world. A target of Israeli and U.S. government repression who never ever backed down from a fight. And I worked with her in the office for 13 years. She never backed down from a fight. A good and kind friend who is a mentor to hundreds and a mother to thousands. She's an example to all of us, the absolute personification of our struggle, the worldwide struggle for the liberation of all of historical Palestine. Please, Rasmea Odeh.
Thank you.
Rasmea! 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 Rasmea!
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. First, I will speak a little bit in Arabic to the people who are speaking Arabic and to the woman committee who's sitting there. I will begin with some words. Last night I wrote it. I tried to think what I have to say, but I wrote these lines or ideas. Feelings, I don't know what's that. يا أصدقائي ورفاقي فشكرا لكم، شكرا جميعا. Thank you, Angela, again, for your brilliant words. You inspire me every time I see and hear you speak. I hear that Hollywood is going to make a movie about your life. Would you ask if I can play a role in it? Palestinian and Arab community organizing has been my life for 50 years. I have worked in Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, and here for 13 years. Today, in Palestine, our people are rising up once again. Recently, Israel installed metal detectors and security cameras at the entrance to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, prompting weeks of protests that continue today. 3 Palestinians were killed and 1,000 injured before Israel was forced to remove the barriers in a victory of popular resistance. But the siege on Gaza remained, and the military occupation continues to commit crimes against humanity, from deportation and collective punishment to the apartheid wall and home demolition to separate Palestinians into small and disconnected communities. We also understand that the racist policies of the U.S. administration are very similar to Israel's political attacks on black people, Latinos, Arab, and other immigrants and communities of color, have emboldened white supremacists to attack members of our communities in the streets. Protection for immigrants like DACA are under fire, and Trump himself has stated publicly many times that the police should be able to brutalize and criminalize black and other communities with impunity. But Palestinians across the world and social justice activists here are not accepted the racism of their oppressors. The resistance is growing daily, and it's the work of all of you in this room that challenges Netanyahu and Trump and all forces of reaction. This work is proof that we can build broad coalition and alliance to fight for social justice. All of our struggles are connected, which is why Palestinians and members of Black liberation and other movements in this country have built an unbreakable bond that brought Angela Davis, one of the most famous former political prisoners in the world, to speak publicly on behalf of me. It confronted my racist prosecutors at every hearing and the trial in Detroit and investigate their direct relationship with Israel, uncovering the collusion that we already know and understand. U.S. military, political, economic, and diplomatic support is the only thing that allows Israel to continue its colonization and military occupation of Palestine. That's why we organized for Palestinian rights in the U.S. because it's this government that must also be held responsible for Israeli state terrorism against my people. And that's why my lawyers and my defense committee put both Israel and the U.S. on trial during the case. The case had nothing to do with immigration. It was about Palestine. It was about the U.S. government trying to prevent me and other Palestinians and all people who fight for our rights from organizing to support the liberation of Palestine. But they did not and cannot prevent us from doing this work. They will not intimidate us into giving up even an inch of our rights. We are winning this battle with the Zionists. You are winning this battle, and we will never stop organizing until all of Palestine is free. In closing, I want to declare that I'm Palestinian Arab American Muslim woman. The Israelis committed massacres and expelled my people, including my own family, from our homes and lands at gunpoint in 1948 and 1967. But it failed to divide us, weaken our collective struggle, or shatter our determination for freedom and liberation. Because we are a nation that cannot be broken. What does not kill us makes us stronger. And if it kills us, a new generation that will continue the struggle is born each and every day. The right to return is a collective right that belongs to the Palestinian people as a whole, as well as to Palestinians as individuals, and cannot be bargained away by anyone in the world. If I was allowed to uphold my right to return to Lifta, my village, and Jerusalem, I will leave right now before finishing my speech. But I'm not leaving of my own free will. I'm being forced to leave. But regardless of where I land, I will continue the struggle for freedom and liberation, because I'm fighting for us all, and we have rights that no one can ever take away from us. The rights of the oppressed are like the sun. They cannot be covered with screen. And so I ask all of you here in the US to continue supporting my struggle and the struggle of my people for freedom, because all we want is freedom. I love you all, and I always will. Thank you.